Sir, the session is live now.
Okay.
Sir, the session is live. Please carry on with the session, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you very much to Tax Research Department and also President and Vice President of the Institute and Chairman of Direct and Indirect Taxation Committee and all employees of the TRD, Tax Department. Today I'm going to conduct webinar on latest development and takeaways from 53rd Council meeting. There is a lot of good development in Council meeting. There is a lot of pronouncement from Council meeting. Some of the pronouncement already we have received by way of circular notification. Maybe it is a rate circular, a rate notification, and other than rate notification, everything. Now, one by one, today we will discuss outcome of this GST Council meeting. In the chat box, our members can ask any question. I will reply it as and now they ask. And depending upon the situation, I will reply whatever possible. I will reply each and every query. If I am unable to reply, I will send a mail to you in later stage. That is also possible. And see now, I will start with PPT. Dear members, thank you very much once again. Is it my PPT is okay? Can I start with PPT? PPT is visible. Dear members, PPT, good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. Please reply. My PPT is visible. Can I start with the PPT? Okay, there is no reply. Absolutely no problem. I will start with my PPT. Then in between I will come to question and answer. The 53rd,
yes, sir. PPT is visible, sir.
Yeah. 53rd GST Council meeting may under chairmanship of Nirmala Madam. They have come with a lot of very good whatever suggestion we given by us, they have implemented. See some of the outcomes.
Sir, the PPT is visible, sir.
Visible or not visible? Hello. Okay. The GST Council. Good afternoon. Not visible. Not visible. Madam, visible or not visible? PPT is not visible. Somebody has commented not visible. Okay, the GST Council made the following recommendation relating to changes in GST tax rate measure facilitation. Somebody is telling something. Tax rate measure for facilitation of trade and measures for streaming the compliance in GST. The changes in GST tax rate. The recommendation relating to GST rates on goods. We know very well there is a tax on commodity and tax on services. Some of the commodities, they have changed the tax rate. Whatever colored in the yellow, automatically already we have received the rate notification. Even I have mentioned the notification number. Our members can go through it. First recommendation, a uniform rate of 5% IGST will apply to the imports or imports part, components, testing equipment, tools and toolkits, aircraft, irrespective of their HSN classification to provide the two MRO activities subject to specified condition. This notification not yet received, maybe in future, shortly we will receive the notification. Second outcome, all milk cans of steel and iron and steel aluminum, irrespective of their use, will attract 12% GST. All milk cans of steel, iron and steel, aluminum, irrespective of their use, will attract 12% GST. Because see, earlier there was a lot of litigation due to that. All milk cans, they have made it 12%. GST rate on cotton boxes, cases of both corrugated and non-corrugated paper or paperboard, HSN 48192, 4819, 10220 to be reduced to 18% to 12%. Already notification we have received. Now it is 12%. Okay, from today only that rate is applicable. All solar cookers, whether single or dual energy source, will attract 12%. This is also already notification we have received. To amend existing entry covering poultry keeping machinery attracting 12% GST, specifically incorporate parts poultry machinery and regularize the past practice as were the basis of view genuine interpretational issues. Okay, that machineries will attract 12%. You know very well. Machinery will attract 18%, normal entry. But some of the agriculture machinery and poultry farming, all these things, there was a litigation because of that. Now it is attracting only 12%. To clarify, all type of sprinkler, including fire water sprinkler, will attract 12% GST. To regularize past practice as well as the basis of view genuine interpretational issues. Wherever there is an interpretation issue, say for example, all machinery is taxed at 18%. That is why they have clearly told all these sprinklers taxed at 12%. To extend IGST exemption on import specified items for defense forces for further period of 5 years till 30th June 2029. To extend IGST exempt on research equipment under research, whatever, all Australian monsoon analysis or prediction program subject to specified condition. They have given an exemption. To exempt compensation cess on the import SEZ by an SEZ unit developer. Both to SEZ and SEZ unit developer, they have even there is an exemption of compensation cess. Sir, there are a lot of people are telling this, sir, visible, please carry on. Absolutely no problem. Okay. Now, to exempt compensation cess on aerated beverages and energy drinks, to authorize the customer by unit run canteens under Ministry of Defense. See, wherever they are running the defense canteen, compensation cess is exempt. To provide ad hoc IGST exemption on import of technical documentation for AK-203 rifle kits imported for Indian Defence Forces, that also exempted. See here, just now we have received the notification 12 dated 12 July 2024. Okay, this is a rate notification. 20 the notification because of this notification, the tax rate is exempt. Okay. This our members can go through the notification. Already notification is available in website. Then these recommendation related to rates on services. Some of the services also they have changed the rate. Some of the services are exempt from tax. Some of the services they have changed the tax rate. Now we will discuss one by one. To exempt the service provided by Indian Railways to general public, namely sale of platform tickets, facility of retiring rooms, waiting rooms, clock rooms, all these services, whatever rendered by the railway authorities to the customer is exempt. Okay, and also exempt from intra-railway transaction. The issue for the past period will be regularized from the 20th-10-2023 to the date of issue of exemption notification in this regard. To exempt GST on services provided by the SPV, special purpose vehicle, to Indian Railway by of allowing Indian Railway to use infrastructure built and owned by SPV during the concession period and maintenance of services supplied by Indian Railways to SPV. The issues for the past will be regularized as is where basis for a period 1/7/2002 till date of issue of exemption notification in this regard. To create separate entry notification 12/2017 to CTR 2686/2017 under heading 9963 exempt accommodation services having a value of accommodation up to 20,000 per month, person subject to condition accommodation minimum continuous period of 90 days. Say for example, for a temporary period, if somebody is staying continuously for up to 90 days, 20,000 rupees per month is exempt from GST. Say for example, somebody want to stay for 3 months, then 20,000 per month is exempt. Then co-insurance premium, whatever marked in yellow, already notification we have received. Whatever not marked in yellow, maybe shortly we will receive the notifications. Co-insurance premium apportioned to the lead insurance. In an insurance company, normally, if there is a huge liability, what insurance company will do? They will take co-insurance. At that time, service rendered by co-insurers to the main insurance companies exempt from tax, and past cases may be regular as and when depending upon the situation. Transaction of ceding commission, reinsurance commission, but between the insurer and the reinsurer declared in Schedule 3 and past cases may be regularized. GST liability on insurance service specified in the insurance scheme in notification 35 and 36 may be regularized when there is a basis of period 1/7/2002 24/1/2018. Okay, all these things are relating to insurance. To issue clarification, restrictive reinsurance and insurance, therefore eligible for exemption. To issue clarification and statutory collection of real estate regulatory authority. Whether those who are handling the real estate company, whenever you are paying some fee to RERA authorities or some other authority, normally they used to ask taxes under RCM. That is why they have clarified whenever you are paying any fees to RERA authority, it is exempt. To issue the clarification further sharing the incentives acquiring the bank and other stakeholder where the sharing such incentive clearly defined under incentive scheme, promotion, debit cards and low value UPI transaction and decided in the proportionate and manner consultation with participating the banks is not taxable. Okay. Now this is the notification. Whatever marked in yellow, okay, already they have issued the notification like Indian Railways and SPV. Already they have issued the notification. For other things, we are waiting for the notification. Now, is there any question? Otherwise, I will go next. We will discuss one or two other provision. Then we will go to the discussion, question and answer. Measures for facilitation of a trade. We know very well. 1/7/2017, they have government has started the GST. Now almost all 7 years over. See, there was a lot of practical difficulties. Even now we are facing a lot of practical difficulties. Initially, lot of mistakes done by the trade and industry. Based on that, we have suggested to the council or a whatever through our grievance committee, lot of things. Out of that, some of the issues they have addressed in this council meeting. What are all the issues? This is a section 73 and 74 notices, you know very well. And keep on we used to tell to the department people and we used to write a letter to the council, all these things, saying at least first 3-4 years better to waive the interest and penalty, because maybe whatever trade and industry, what they are doing, that is not intentional. Maybe so they have made some mistakes or without knowing the act, they have not discharged some tax liability. All these things are there. That is why better to waive the interest and penalty. In response to that, they have waived first 3 years interest, 17/18, 18/19, 19/20. Whatever demand notice up to 31/3/2025. All these things, interest and penalty, they have waived. Okay. Say for example, for the year 17/18, 18/19, 19/20, if the department comes with a liability, say around 10 lakh is the basic liability and 10 lakh is the interest, they will waive interest and even penalty also. That is why whatever, if you are having a genuine liability up to 31/3/2090, okay, after getting the notification, better to discharge the principal amount, interest and penalty, some waiver notification will come shortly. Okay, this notification still they have not issued. Regarding this, I think we will interact little bit. Okay, dear members, keep on, we used to tell. Keep on, we used to tell to the department, sir, see, some waiver scheme is required, because without knowing the provision, maybe trade and industry, they have made lot of mistakes. That is why better to come with some waiver scheme. They have come with some waiver scheme. Okay, now we can utilize whenever notification come, we will utilize this provision. Here, important thing is, if they issue notice under section 73, show cause notice, those who are handling the those who are working in the GST department or those who are consultant, they know very well. There is a difference between section 73 and 74. Both the sections are relating to show cause notice. Audit process is like this. First, initially, department will issue the ADT 01. Then after that, we are submitting the books of accounts. Based on that, they will come with a audit note ADT 02. Then we will reply to ADT 02 in turn, they will issue the show cause notice under section 73 or 74. Then subsequently, after reply to show cause notice, they will come with a DRC 7, that is a final order in origin. Against that, if you are ready to pay, discharge the tax liability, you can discharge it, or otherwise you have to go for appeal. First appeal, second appeal, then High Court and Supreme Court, all these things are common. Now the question here is, section 73 is relating to other than frauds and willful, intentional, whatever mistakes. Section 73 is relating to, there is a mistake, it is not intentional. That is why if the department issues the notice under section 73, then automatically you are eligible to claim or this benefit, that is possible. Regarding this, if our members, if they are having any queries, immediately you can ask, I will reply it. As of now, I have not received any query even then. Okay. If there is no GST on tickets booked through IRCTC, IRCT private hotel inside the railway exempt or not? Sir, private hotel inside the railway is not exempt. Okay. But whether any other amnesty scheme announced or old arrear also. So see, as of now, amnesty is relating to only interest and penalty relating to 17, 18, 18, 19 and 19, 20. That too, if the show cause notice is issued under 73. Okay. There is no GST on tickets booked through IRTC. There is a GST, sir. Then okay. Up to now, I have clarified. Okay. This is important provision, at least for the year 17, 18, 18, 19 and 19, 20, whatever liability is there. Out of that, at least they will waive interest and penalty. If there is a genuine liability, better to discharge the liability and they will waive interest and penalty. For that, there is a separate waiver scheme will come. Okay, depending upon the procedure, we will proceed with that. Okay. Next is reduction of government litigation by fixing the monetary limit filing the appeals under GST. We know very well what we will do. Department will pass the order. Against that, we will file the appeal. This is the normal course. After getting the order from Commissioner Appeal or Joint Commissioner Appeal, depending upon the situation, either from state or central, we will file the appeal against that order. If you are filing a appeal against that order, then whatever 10% plus 10%, 20% you are supposed to pay, and they will give you a stay. All these things are common. If you are receive a favorable order, your department people, they are having an option to file the appeal against this order. Then automatically what they will do, even small liability, they will file the appeal. Then automatically there is a litigation. To avoid that, if the department want to file the appeal against first appellate authority order up to 20 lakh, they are not having any rights to file the appeal. Regarding High Court up to 1 crore, okay, if it is a in favor of assessee, department is not having any rights to file. Supreme Court up to 2 crores, they are not having any rights. So that small litigation, department is not having any right to appeal it. That is the main object of the government. Say assessee is having all liberty to file the appeal against any order. For that, there is no monetary limit. But to department, council has prescribed monetary limit subject to certain exclusion for appealing GST department by the department to GST Appellate Tribunal, High Court and Supreme Court to reduce the government litigation. The following monetary limit has been recommended by the council. Up to 20 lakh, first up, second appeal, High Court 1 crore and Supreme Court 2 crores. First appeal, always department is not filing any appeal because against the order of the department, you are filing the appeal. Assessee will file the appeal or industry will file the appeal. Sir, building constructed in relation to capitalization of plant and whether ITC can be availed on those structure. Sir, if you construct a building, if it is relating to plant and machinery, okay, structure from plant and machinery, definitely input tax is allowed. Absolutely no problem. Regarding AC waiting rooms run by the IRTC and private hotel inside the railway station, exempt or not? Definitely, sir. AC hotel inside the private hotel, it is not exempt. If unutilized GST ITC available in electronic credit ledger, whether to pay interest on ITC reversal, which has availed in earlier month. Sir, regarding ITC, if you are having a sufficient balance, if you reverse the ITC, then there is no question of, okay, interest on reversal of ITC. Only thing is, since beginning to end, you are supposed to maintain input tax credit. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, as of now, I have clarified all the points. Once again, I will go to amendment. Section 107 and 112 CGST Act reducing the pre-deposit required to be paid filing appeals under GST. Normally, whenever you are filing the appeal against any order, you have to deposit. First appellate, you are supposed to pay 10%. Second appellate, okay, you are supposed to pay 20% earlier. Now, GST Council recommended reducing the amount of pre-deposit for filing appeals under GST to seize a cash flow and working capital of blockage of taxpayer. The maximum amount for filing appeal with the appellate authority has been reduced from 25 crores CGST, HGST, 20 crores and 20 crores HGST. Further, pre-deposit of filing a appeal tribunal has been 20% with a maximum of 50 crores and 50 crores HGST to 10%. Okay, and 20 crores. Say, for example, if you want to file a appeal against any order, automatically you are supposed to pay pre-deposit. First appeal 10%, second appeal earlier it was 20%. Now it is reduced to even for first appeal, okay, 10% and second appeal 20%, including that 10%, 20%, 10 plus 10, 20%. The cap limit they have reduced, okay, cap limit they have reduced from 25 crores to 20 crores for first appeal and second appeal 50 crores from 20 crores they have reduced it. Maximum amount they have reduced to 20 crores. Okay. Now applicability of goods and external alcohol taxation, and this maybe we will discuss little bit. Normally what will happen? First appeal, we are filing to the appellate authority. Then earlier there was a maximum limit of 25 crores plus 25 crores, 50 crores you are supposed to deposit it. Now it is reduced to 20 crores and 20 crores. And pre-deposit to tribunal has reduced from 20% to 10% and 50 crores has reduced to 20 crores plus 20 crores. Okay. Maximum, okay, 20 plus 20, 40 crores you are supposed to deposit, subject to 10%. If the 10% is less, that you have to deposit. Sir, limit is inclusive of GST or not? Which limit? I don't know. Okay. Sir, as per the payment terms, contract 20% payment after 1 year, contract hence 80% plus 100% GST paid immediately, but 20% paid after 1 year, whether 180 days payment. Sir, as per the payment terms, contract 20% payment after 1 year. Contracts 80% taxable value plus 100% GST immediately, but there is a lot of litigation regarding this. Even though you are having a contract for 1 year, okay, you are supposed to reverse the input tax credit because that 180 days, even though contract you are having for 1 year, it is applicable. Okay. Now, next point is GST Council in its 52nd meeting had a recommended amend GST law to explicitly exclude the spirit and natural alcohol from the scope of GST when supplied for the manufacturing alcohol liquors for human consumption. The GST Council recommended amendments of subsection 1 of 9 of the CGST Act 2000 for not levying GST on extra neutral alcohol used for manufacture of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Okay, this is another reduction rate of TCS and collected by the ECO for supplier bearing through them. We know very well for all e-commerce operator, they are supposed to deduct TDS. Electronic commerce operators are required to collect the tax collected at source TCS on the net taxable supply under section 52(1) of the CGST Act. The GST Council has recommended to reduce the TCS rate from present 1% to 0.5%. 1% automatically 0.5% and 0.5%. Now it is 0.25% plus 0.25%, 0.5%. In case the financial burden on the supplier making the supply through such ECOs. The Ministry of Personnel Department, they have come with a notification for this. For this already we have received the notification. Okay, electronic commerce operator are required to collect the tax at 1%. Now it is reduced to 0.5 plus 0.5. Earlier it was 0.5 plus 0.5. Now it is 0.25 plus 0.25%. Okay. Already notification they have issued on 20th July 2024. Okay. Now immediately they are supposed to charge only 0.5%. 0.25 plus 0.25. See why it is required. Say for example, e-commerce operator playing with a volume game. There is a huge transaction. If they deduct 0.5 and 0.5%, there is a blockage of, there is a huge blockage of GST. Okay, that is why what they have done. There is a cash flow problem also. They have reduced to 0.25% and 0.25%. Now, instead of 1%, you are supposed to discharge only 0.25 and 0.25%. Time for filing the appeals in GST Appellate Tribunal. You know very well. Government has issued the notification saying that immediately they will set up a tribunal. As of now, there is no tribunal as such. Immediately, maybe after 15 days or 1 month, or maybe after 2 months also, they will set up a tribunal. Once they set up the tribunal, automatically all the assessees, those who have lost the cases in first appeal, then automatically they will file the appeal to the tribunal. But what will happen immediately after announcing, maybe some of the assessees or a industry, they will not realize notification has come. Then if they miss it, then automatically they are in big trouble. That is why they have given a sufficient time of 3 months. Once the tribunal is set up, say for example, if they announce, in Karnataka or in Mumbai or in Delhi, they are supposed to set up a tribunal by next within 5 days or 10 days. Then the tribunal will start after 15 days or 10 days. Then from that date, you are having another 3 months time to file the appeal. The GST Council recommended to amending Section 112 of the GST Act to allow the 3-month period for filing appeal before appellate tribunal to the start date to be notified by the government in respect of appeal revision order passed before the date of said notification. This will give a sufficient time to the taxpayer to appeal before the appellate tribunal in pending cases. See, in lot of processes, they have lost the first appellate in first appellate authority, then automatically they are supposed to file the appeal to the tribunal. Okay, as of now, there is no tribunal. Now, in future, whenever they will establish the tribunal, you are having a sufficient time of 3 months to file the appeal against these orders. That is possible. RCM ITC availment from the date of self-generated will be considered. However, the time of supplier after 60 days from the supplier of invoice. Whether the interest to be paid late generation of service once the tax liability is triggered from the time of supply. Sir, regarding this, recently they have clarified. In case of RCM, whenever you generate the self invoice, from that date, you are eligible to take the input tax credit. Say, for example, during the course of audit for the year 1920 or 2021, they will come with a huge liability of RCM. Then you will discharge it along with interest and penalty. Whether that basic amount is eligible for credit or not, that is the question mark. Definitely that amount is eligible for credit. You are supposed to pay interest and penalty. Now your question is RCM invoice ITC from the date of self-generated will be considered as however time of supply of expiry is 60 days. From the supplier of invoice, whether the interest to be paid on generation of self invoice once the tax liability is triggered. Once the tax liability is triggered, whenever you are raising the self invoice, then automatically difference between whatever your due date and when you are discharging the liability, you are supposed to pay the interest. That is 100% sure. Sir, the interest for ITC reversal starts from GSTR filing date on 20th succeeding month or original month when ITC books in the books of accounts. Reverse start filing date or 20th of succeeding month, ITC booked in the books of accounts. Interest for ITC reversal start from the GSTR 3B filing date or 20th of succeeding month. Sir, GSTR 3B filing date is relevant. Okay. Next. Relaxation condition 16.4. This we will discuss a little bit. We will take more time because see lot of issues relating to 16.4. There is a lot of litigation. See some of the authorities what they have done. For the year 16-17, 17-18 and 18-19, they have filed the return somewhere in 1920. And department has disallowed the whole input tax credit and automatically, okay, on the one hand, they have discharged the tax liability on outward supply along with the interest and penalty. Even input government has disallowed due to 16.4. Now they have relaxed the time limit up to 30th/11/2020 if you have filed the return relating to 17-18, 18-19, 19-20 and even 2021, then automatically you are eligible to take the input tax credit. Okay. Say even I have filed lot of appeals relating to 16.4. Okay. Some of the appeal they have rejected. Now I will fight it in tribunal. That is possible because of this amendment. Still notification has not yet come, but shortly it will come. most of the time barred cases now, that problem will automatically, it will go up. Okay, all this year under 16.4, if there is a restriction, they have relaxed up to 30th 11 2021. For the year 17-18, somewhere in 30th October 2020, if you have filed a return, then automatically you are eligible to take the input tax credit. See, the GST Council recommended that time limit to avail the input tax credit in respect of any invoice or debit notes under 16.4 through any return in form GSTR 3B filed up to 30th 11 2000 for the financial year 17-18, 18-19, 19-20 and 20-21 may be deemed to be 30th 11 2021 for the same requisite amendment 16.4 CGST Act retrospectively from 1/7/2020 it will come. With respect to cases where the returns have filed after revocation, GST Council recommended return amendment on 64 CGST Act to be made effective from 1st July 2017 to conditionally relax the 16.4 Act in case where the returns for the period from the date of cancellation, registration, effective date of cancellation, registration till the rate of revocation of cancellation of the registration are filed by the registered person within 30 days of order of revocation. That is possible. Okay, now almost all litigation will at least there is a lot of litigation will automatically after getting this amendment. Okay, by enclosing this amendment copy, if you whatever submit to the appellate authority, they will pass the order. For the year 1920, still there is a time. If they have not issued the show cause notice or if they have not issued the order, now also you can fight it. That is possible. Change in due date of filing return from GSTR 4 for composition taxpayer from 30th April to 30th June. Each and every year, those who are in composition, they are supposed to file before 30th of April that composition return. Sometime what will happen, maybe if you forget that return automatically, they are not eligible to go for composition. That is why that time limit they have extended up to 30th June. The GST Council recommended an amendment in clause 2 of sub rule 1, rule 62 CGST Act 2017 from GSTR 4 to extend the due date for filing the return in form GSTR 4 for composition of taxpayers from 30th April to 30th June following end of the financial year. This will apply for returns for the financial year 24-25 onwards. Same would be give more time to the taxpayer who opt to pay tax under composition levy to furnished return. Okay. Up to even if you filed after 30th April for the year 24-25, absolutely no problem. You are under composition only. See, if you forget to file or somewhere in May or June, if you file, then absolutely no problem. Rule 88B of CGST Rule 2000 in respect of interest under Section 50 CGST Act on delayed filing return in case where the credit is available in electronic cash ledger on the due date of filing said return. This we will discuss in detail. Normally, what will happen on 20th? We are supposed to file the return. What we are doing, we are calculating the outward tax liability. We are adjusting input tax. Then whatever balance amount we will discharge. Sometime what will happen? We are having a sufficient input tax. We are having a sufficient credit in cash ledger also. Okay. But even then we will not file the return due to some technical problem or whatever may be the reason. We will not file the return. Earlier, they have amended Section 50 saying that if you are having a sufficient credit in credit ledger, to the extent of credit, absolutely no problem. Even if you file the return late, no need to pay the interest to the extent of credit available in credit ledger. Now, after that, some of us, we have asked the department or government saying that, sir, well and good, I am having a sufficient credit in my ledger, you are not charging the interest. Even I am having the sufficient cash in my cash ledger, why you are not allowing or why you are not waiving the interest? That is what debate has started. Somebody has, including me, somebody has filed the appeal against this order. All these things are happened. Now they have realized whether balance is there in credit ledger or cash ledger, there is no difference. Okay, absolutely no problem. That money is already deposited in government account. Hence, there is no logic to waive only interest against the credit. Even we can allow waive interest against the cash balance also. That is what they have argued. Finally, they have come with an amendment saying that even if you are having a balance in cash ledger, absolutely no problem. There is no question of interest. Okay. Now, say for example, 20th is your due date. If you are having a 1 crore liability, 50 lakh in input tax credit ledger and 50 lakhs in cash ledger. Even if you file after 10 days, only late filing fees will come. Okay, there is no question of interest. Absolutely no problem. You can file your return after some time also, but there is other consequences are there. But regarding interest, absolutely no problem. There is no question of interest. I think regarding this provision, we can debate. If the people want to ask the question, you can ask. Really very good provision, because see, normally sometime what will happen, even though you are having a cash balance, credit balance, everything, you will miss the return. Then you are suffered to discharge the interest and penalty. Okay, with this amendment, if you are having a sufficient credit balance in credit ledger and sufficient balance in cash ledger, there is no question of liability. Insertion of Section 11A of CGST Act for granting power not to record the duties levied and short levied as a result of general practice under GST Act. Under Section 11, government is having a power to grant exemption whenever they want. Okay, this is the additional power given in this act. GST Council recommended inserting a new Section 11A in CGST Act, give a powers to the government on the recommendation of the council to allow the regulation of non-levy or short levy of a GST where the tax being short paid or not paid due to common trade practices. Okay, see the additional power they have given to government. Okay, Section 11, they can come with any exemption. They are having a power here also for short levy. Okay, non-levy. For non-levy also, they are having all the powers. Refund of additional integrated tax paid on account of upward revision in price of the goods subsequent to export. Those who are dealing with an export, they know very well. You are having a two option. One option is with payment of duty. Okay, whenever you are having an export, you will discharge the tax liability on export, and whatever you have paid, that tax amount you can claim it as a refund. That is possible. And another option assessee is having input tax credit refund. If you are having an export, whatever input tax accumulated, that you can claim it as a refund. That is also possible. In first case with payment of duty, there is a practical problem. Say for example, you are charging 100 rupees to your buyer. Subsequently, due to some negotiation or rate variation, whatever it may be, instead of 100 rupees, you will recover another 20 rupees extra. For 100 rupees, if you upload the bill of entry, you will get the refund. No problem. Whatever you have discharged on 18 rupees, you will get the refund. You will upload the shipping bill. But on balance, 20 rupees, 120 rupees or 110 rupees, additional 20 rupees you have received. For that also, you are supposed to discharge the IGST. Whatever you have discharged the IGST, there is a practical difficulty to claim the refund back. Now they have made a mechanism to claim that refund also. Okay. Refund of additional integrated tax paid on account of upward revision in price of the goods subsequent export. The GST Council recommended to prescribe a mechanism for claiming refund of additional IGST paid on account of upward revision in price of the goods subsequent to their export. This will facilitate the large number of taxpayers who are required to pay additional IGST on account of upward revision in price of the goods subsequent to export in claiming refunds of such additional IGST. Now the question will arise. Those who are discharging the tax liability IGST, there is a mechanism. Okay, they have given a mechanism. Once it is implemented by way of notification, whatever you are discharging additional amount on additional price, you will get the refund. My question is now, if you pay any additional amount, okay, automatically you are eligible to claim additional input tax refund also. For that, okay, for that, what is the mechanism? That is a, once again, debatable point. For that, according to my opinion, what we can do, whenever you are claiming the next refund, for that you can add that differential amount and you can claim the refund. That is possible. Okay, that anyhow they have to clarify it. Okay, this as of now they have not clarified that point. But if there is an upward revision on that, whatever you are discharging IGST, that you are eligible to claim. For that they have made a mechanism. In website and all, what type of mechanism they will do it, that we have to wait and see. What will be the maximum time limit for filing of what B? I don't know, sir. Just he is returning B. I don't know. Okay, let it be. There is no other question as of now. Now, once again, I will go to PPT. Last 10 minutes, I will reserve it for discussion. Refund of additional integrated tax paid on upward revision, that we have already discussed. Absolutely no problem. For that, there is a, they have issued the circular clarifying that mechanism of refund of additional integrated tax paid on account of upward revision in price subsequent export. Already they have issued the circular number 226 dated 11 July 2024. All this notification we have, it has come within 3-4 days. Okay, after 10th July, 10th, 12th, 11th. Okay, like that we have received lot of notification. Okay, please go through the circular. This is this circular number 226. There is a detailed clarification. Clarification regarding valuation of supply of import of service by related person where the recipient is eligible to full input tax credit. Okay. The council recommended to clarify that in case where the foreign appellate providing certain services to the related domestic entity for which full input tax credit is available to the said related domestic entity, value of such supply of service declared in the invoice by the said related domestic entity may be deemed as an open market value in terms of second proviso 28(1) of CGST rules. Further, in case where the full input tax credit is available to the recipient, if the invoice is not issued by the related domestic entity with respect of any service provided, okay, foreign appellate to it, the value of such services may be deemed to be declared as a nil and may be deemed as an open market value in terms of second proviso. Here, It's all started because of corporate guarantee. Whether corporate guarantee is taxable or not, there was a lot of debate. Now they have clarified it is taxable. Once it is taxable, the valuation issue will come. Always, whenever corporate guarantee, normally corporate guarantee will be given by related person, whether it is maybe head office or a directors or somebody else. There automatically valuation problem will come. In that case, in case of foreign entity, if they give bank guarantee, okay, then you are supposed to discharge the tax liability under RCM. Then what is the valuation? Valuation is whatever they are raising the invoice, that items is treated as a value. But if there is a nil value, then there is no question of, okay, there is no question of liability, because, okay, automatically under RCM, whatever tax liability you are discharging, you are taking the credit. There is a revenue neutrality. Because of that reason, even if you discharge the tax liability, you will take it. Because of that reason, there should not be any litigation. Okay, revenue neutrality. Because of that reason, they have come with a clarification saying that in that case, whatever value they have booked in invoice, that is more than sufficient. Even if they have not booked the any value in invoice, that is also okay. That is treated as a zero invoice or nil rated invoice, and there is no question of tax liability. That is what they have clarified. With this, okay, so many litigation will go. If you see the order, especially for multinational companies, there is a lot of litigation relating to investment in subsidiary, corporate guarantee, and all these things, 2A, 3B differences and 16.4, all these things also there. Nowadays, at least relating to corporate guarantee, if there is a valuation problem, due to this clarification, that problem will go on. No, already clarification they have given on 11th July 2024. Clarification on various issues pertaining to tax liability under valuation of supply of services, providing corporate guarantee between the related person. Okay, circular number 225. Just go through it. All this circular is having around 5 to 6 pages. That is why I have not reproduced. Just go through it. Okay, what will be the maximum filing of B? I don't know what is this B. Gautam Sarkar sir, what is that B? Just please clarify so that I will clarify your question. What will be the maximum time limit for filing of B? I don't know what is that B. I don't know whether it is a 3B or I don't know. Okay, please tell me so that I will clarify it. Otherwise, no problem. I will go to next slide. Clarification regarding availability of input tax on ducts and manuals used in network optical fiber cables. You know very well, lot of telecom companies, what they are doing, they will dig the land and they will put a optical fiber cables. There was a litigation regarding this. Whenever you are doing any construction work, okay, then automatically department people or assessing authority, they will start with this is not allowed. See, because of that, even foundation work, whatever you have done for machinery also, so many assessing authority, they have disallowed it. There is a litigation. But even though by way of advance ruling, government has already clarified, if you are spending any money for foundation of or structure of machinery, that input tax is allowed. Okay, that they have already clarified. Then there is a so many advanced ruling also. But here there was a lot of litigation relating to OFC cable, those who are laying in a land. Because of that, they have clarified whenever you are doing any structural activity or digging activity, okay, relating to ducts and manholes used for network of optical fiber cable, then that input is allowed. Okay, maybe in future then will not be any litigation. Okay, we can show it to them. Sir, there is a circular based on this. I am eligible to claim the refund tax, whatever input tax credit on all this item. That is possible. Okay. Clarification on the place of supply apply custodial services provided by the banks. Okay, normally under section 30, place of supply, the council has recommended to clarify that place of supply or custodial services supplied by Indian banks to foreign portfolio inward determinable as per section 13(2). Okay, the place of supply they have clarified. Then clarification on valuation of corporate guarantee provided between the related person after insertion of Rule 28 to CGST Act Rule 2017. The GST corporate guarantee we know very well. It is a matter of litigation. Earlier there was a lot of litigation, especially in MNCs. How it will work? If there is a subsidiary company and a holding company, normally holding company used to give some corporate guarantee to subsidiary company. Based on that, normally subsidiary company, they used to take the loan. And automatically, whatever you are giving a corporate guarantee, it is a service, it is taxable under GST law. There was a litigation, now it is almost all settled, only valuation is the problem. Now by way of clarification, they have clarified all these issues also. Now there is no litigation on valuation also. GST Council recommended amendment of 28(2) of CGST rules retrospectively with 26/10/2023, issuance of a circular to clarify various issues regarding valuation of services of providing corporate guarantees between related parties. It is a inter alia being clarified that valuation under 28(2) CGST rule will be not applicable in case of export of such services and also where the recipient is eligible full input tax credit. Notwithstanding anything contained in sub rule, the value of supplies services by a supplier to recipient who is related person by way of providing a corporate guarantee to any banking company or a financial institution on behalf of the said recipient shall be doomed to be 1% of the amount of such guarantee offered per annum or the actual consideration, whichever is area. Say, for example, one is litigation relating to corporate guarantee. Second one is litigation related to valuation of corporate guarantee. Then third one is litigation relating to corporate guarantee. Once it is given, how many years, each and every year, same corporate guarantee, whether you will tax it or not, whether it is a monthly basis or a yearly basis or a once in a while, it's all depending upon the situation. Normally, assessing authority used to raise the demand. Now it is properly settled. Whenever you are giving a corporate guarantee, that is taxable in that month, okay, for that 1 year. Say, for example, somewhere in April or somewhere in June, if some company gives the corporate guarantee, 1% of the corporate guarantee, you have to take it as a valuation. Okay, on that you are supposed to discharge the tax liability. That is, okay, that time limit is for 1 year. Next 1 year, there is no question of taxability. Then sometime what will happen? I will give a corporate guarantee for 5 years. I have clarified, if you give a corporate guarantee for 5 years at one shot, then 5% is taxable immediately. Then sometime what I will do, I will give a corporate guarantee year to year basis, I will renew it. Then whenever I am renewing that corporate guarantee, at that time 1% is taxable. That is why 1% on corporate guarantee per year it is taxable. But they have clarified all the combination, okay, depending upon the situation. Now there is no litigation relating to corporate guarantee or valuation and how much they have to take. All these things they have clarified by way of circular. Maybe in future there will not be much litigation relating to corporate guarantee. Now, open market value here is respect of arm's length transaction. Sir, definitely no doubt. Okay. Whenever CMA Gautam sir 3B. Sir 3B within 20th each and every month you are supposed to file it. Even if you file late up to 30th November of next year you can file it. That is possible. But only thing is interest and penalty you are supposed to discharge. If you have not filed, recipient will not get input tax credit. That is why month on month before 20th better to file it. Even if you have not filed, you can file GSTR 3B up to 30th November of next year. Okay, that is possible. Now I have clarified Gautam Sarkar query. Sir, open market membership number 13,967. Open market value here is a respect of arm's length transaction. Definitely, sir. Say if you are having a two customer, one person is related, another person is unrelated. Whatever you are charging to related person, okay, that you are charged to even non-related, whatever you are charging to unrelated person, same thing you have to charge to related person also. CMA Manish Kumar Sharma sir, definitely CEP hours is available, no need to bother. Okay, only thing is you have to register through our institute website. Clarification relating to provision 16.4 CGST in respect of invoice issued by the recipient under reverse charge mechanism. This is another important point. RCM, if you pay now relating to 4 years old invoice or 3 years invoice, whether it is eligible to take the input tax credit or not, that is a big question. Earlier there was a lot of litigation. All associates and industry people and consultants, they used to argue the basic document to take the input tax credit is self-invoice. That is why I am eligible to take the input tax credit. There is no question of litigation. But department people, they used to tell there is a time limit to take the input tax credit. There is a time limit to raise the self-invoice. There is a time limit to discharge the RCM. Because of all this condition, you are supposed to discharge the input tax liability within that time limit. Then only you are eligible to take the input tax credit. Otherwise, not possible. Now they have clarified. Because of delay, okay, you are supposed to discharge the interest and penalty. But if you delay the RCM invoice, you are eligible to take the input tax credit. Okay, even for the year 17-18 or 18-19, if you raise the invoice, now absolutely no problem. You are eligible to take the input tax credit, but you are supposed to discharge the interest and penalty. That is what they have clarified. Really, it is a very good clarification. So many people, what will happen? Normally, what will happen? You are supposed to discharge the RCM relating to some services. Okay, due to lack of knowledge, people will not discharge it. They are supposed to discharge monthly, they have not discharged it. At least at the time of filing the annual return, they are supposed to discharge it. They have not discharged it. But during the course of department audit, Department people, they will trace out some RCM. Absolutely no problem. We will agree with that. We will discharge the RCM along with interest and penalty. What will happen? There is a liability of 100 rupees. Maybe you will pay 200 or 250 rupees along with interest and penalty. On the one hand, I am supposed to discharge the interest and penalty. In another hand, I am losing the RCM. That is why they have clearly said no problem. OK, because of delay, you are discharging the interest and penalty, but RCM based on self invoice, you are eligible to take credit. But if you raise the self invoice long back, now if you want to take, that is not allowed. OK. If you are having a present dated self invoice, definitely you are eligible to take input tax credit. Clarification on following issue to provide a clarity to trade and tax officer to reduce the litigation. Some clarification they have given. Clarification of tax reimbursement of security shares ESOP. OK, provided by the company to its employee. Clarification of requirement of reversal of input tax credit in respect of amount of premium on life insurance service which is not included in the taxable value. Clarification on taxability of salvage value in motor insurance claim. Clarification in respect of warranty, extended warranty, all these things. Like that, they have clarified so many things. Regarding availability of input tax repairs expenses include insurance company in case of reimbursement mode settlement motor vehicle insurance claim. Clarification of taxability of loan granted between the related person and between groups of companies. OK, all these things. OK, I will not explain one by one because lot of clarification they have given. People can go through it. OK, clarification on time of supply annuity payment under HAM project. Clarification regarding time of supply in respect of allotment spectrum telecom company in case where the payment of license fee and spectrum usage charges to made installment. Clarification relating to place of supply of goods supplied to unregistered person where the delivery address is different from billing address. Especially in bill to ship to cases, people are facing a lot of problem. That is why they have clarified it. Clarification on mechanism on providing evidence by the supplier for compliance of condition section 15(3)(b). Clarification of various issues pertaining special procedure for the manufacture of specified commodity like pan masala, tobacco, etc. All these things. OK, please go through the clarification. The council recommended amendment section 147 of CGST Act. The council has recommended amendment in section 147 respectively from 17 to provide for the transitional credit in respect of invoice furniture service provided before the appointment date and where the invoice are received input IST before appointment date. OK, there is an amendment 147. Whatever input as ISD relating to transition period, they can take it. The council recommended providing a new optional facility for GSTR 1A, facilitate to taxpayer amend the details in form GSTR 1. This is another important amendment. The council recommended to providing a new optional facility 1A. Normally, those who are filing the return, they know very well. Normally, before 13th, before 11th, we are uploading all outward supply that is called GSTR1. Then 14th, we are downloading all these things and we are preparing the GSTR3B. In between, if you make any mistake in GSTR1, there is no mechanism, immediate mechanism. OK. For that particular month, people will not recipient or will not get any credit if there is a mistake. Then what will happen after the amendment? OK, after the amendment, they will get the credit only in next month. There is a time gap of 1 month. Because of that reason, Because of that reason, people will losing their reputation. Okay, due to some clerical mistake or due to some whatever technical problem, they can't upload GSTR1 on 11. Then automatically all recipient will not get the credit for that particular month. If there is a huge credit, there is a cash flow problem. Because of that reason, they have come with a amendment saying that if you are not uploaded or if there is a mistake in GSTR1, absolutely no problem. Okay, immediately in 1A you can amend it before filing the GSTR 3B. Up to 19th also you can amend it so that recipient will get the credit. This will facilitate taxpayer to add any particular supply current tax period missed out in a reporting in GSTR1 of the said tax period or the amend any particulars already declared in GSTR1 of the current tax period. Okay, including those declared in IFF for the first and second months of a quarter, if any, per quarterly tax period, to ensure that correct liability is auto-populated in GSTR 3B. Okay, there is a notification on 10th July 2024. Okay, there is a detailed notification because what happened, wherever GSTR1 is there they have amended in each and every section. It is a detailed notification. Kindly go through it. Basic theme of this notification is if there is a mistake in GSTR1, immediately you can amend it. That is possible. Okay, that is what it is a outcome of this notification. The council recommended that filing an annual return in form GSTR 9 and 9A for the year 23-24. Okay, if there is a question, sir, there is only 7 minutes is remaining. If somebody want to ask any question now, you can ask. Okay, I will clarify each and everything. Sir, we forget to book a certain invoices rupees 1 lakh and found that same after 2 months and sufficient EL balance is available that month throughout the till now. Whether the tax to be paid on tax rupees 1 lakh. Definitely, sir. Definitely, whatever left out invoices, you can upload it and you have to discharge the tax liability. If there is a sufficient balance in your account, there is no question of interest and penalty. Regarding AC waiting rooms run by IRC private hotel inside the railway station, exempt or not, sir? I don't. Please explain GSTR 1A amending GSTR 1. This I will explain. See, private hotel is not exempt from tax. Okay, that is what I have clarified. Once again, you are asking, I don't know if there is something else also, maybe. If there is something else, please explain to me. Otherwise, it is exempt. Sir, please explain GSTR 1A for amending GSTR 1. That already I have explained. Once again, if you want, I will explain it. Okay. See, he need clarification regarding to 1A. Sir, that is why each and every month we are uploading GSTR1. Okay, before 11th of each and every month. If there is a mistake, another 1 month, people will not get credit because next time whenever you are uploading GSTR1, normally we used to make amendments. Now, next day, immediately next day or next hour, you are able to amend GSTR1 through GSTR1A. That is possible. That option they have given. Okay, if there is a transaction, okay, it requires any amendment immediately before filing the 3B, you can do it. That is possible. Then the council recommended filing annual return 9 and 9A for the year 23-24 may be exempted for the taxpayer having an aggregate annual turnover up to 2 crores rupees. Okay, they have recommended for the year 23-24. There is no question of this one. Okay, 10th July 2024, there is a notification saying that Nexus is confirmed with the first Section 44 Central Goods and Service Tax Act 2017, the Commissioner on the recommendation of the Council hereby exempt the registered person whose aggregate turnover in the financial year 23-24 is up to 2 crores rupees from filing the annual return. That is not required. Okay. Up to 2 crores, there is no question of annual return. Was made the section 120 CGST Act respectively amendment recommended in the CGST 1B so as to clarify that penal applicable only e-commerce operator who required to collect tax under section 52 and not for the e-commerce operator. Only e-commerce who is required to collect tax under section 52, for them only penalty is applicable. Council is recommended Rule 142 amendment. The Council has recommended the amend Rule 142. Issuance of circular prescribed in the mechanism adjust the amount paid in respect of demand through GSTR DRC3 against amount to be paid filing a appeal. Say for example, if you are filing a appeal, then automatically earlier we used to discharge the amount to DRC3. There was no mechanism to adjust that amount in appeal. Now they have made a mechanism. That is why maybe in future, whenever you are losing an appeal, immediately assessing authority will advise to discharge the tax liability. Otherwise, they will recover from your bank. That is why better to discharge the tax liability. Whenever you are filing the appeal, you can adjust this amount. That is possible. Rolling out of biometric based Aadhaar authentication. This is another amendment. I am having only 3 minutes. That is why I will go little bit speed. They have amended through this notification. Then section 73 and 74 insertion of 74A to provide a common time limitation to order irrespective of cases involves fraud or suppression. Okay. They have given a time limit from 30 days to 60 days in this section. Then the council recommended section 171 to provide a sunset clause for anti-profiteering. You know very well, initially at the time of implementation of the GST, the anti-profiteering clause played important role. See, because of GST, you should not make the profit. That was the idea. Okay, there was a lot of cases booked against big corporates regarding this clause, but one or the other day you have to close this section. Now they have 1/4/2025. There is no anti-proprietary. Section 16 IGST Act, section 4 curtail the refund of IGST in export duty payable. Okay, this is another amendment. Then threshold limit for reporting B2C interstate. Earlier it was 2.5 lakh, now only 1 lakh. In case of B2C transaction, if you are having more than 1 lakh, then you have to upload invoice to the website. Okay. Council recommended it GSTR 7 to be filed registered person who required to deduct tax at sources. Okay. This is another amendment relating to TDS. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Now I will interact with the members. Thank you very much to all the members and TRD and our institute. Now I will interact with you people depending upon time available. Maybe hardly 1 or 2 minutes is there. If you want to ask any question, please ask. Okay. Otherwise, thank you very much to all the members for patience hearing, and thank you very much to TRD Tax Department, Research Department and our institute. Thank you very much once again. Over to TRD. Madam? Priyanka, madam? Dear members, if you want to ask any question, you can ask. I will clarify. Okay. Please share the PPT. Definitely, it is available with TRD. Now only I will send it to TRD. Sorry, it is an interest on tax. What is that? I don't know. Whether the department can ask the client to pay interest on delay in filing the GST return for the month. Sir, definitely, if there is no balance in Your credit ledger and cash ledger, definitely they will ask the interest, otherwise not possible. Many times can amend any restriction before filing the 3B. For 1A, any number of times you can amend it, sir. That is possible. Whether the department can ask the client to pay interest on delay in filing the GST return for the month. That is why there is no question of interest liability if there is a sufficient balance in credit ledger and cash ledger, but there is a delay in filing penalty. Okay. Tax officer impounding the goods under section during the movement of goods due to minor mistake where the circular does not cover the most of the minor mistakes. Sir, there is minor mistake itself is a big debate. Okay. That how to convince the department, it's all depending upon individual talent. You have to convince it is a not a big mistake. Say for example, some of the examples they have given in circular, just go through it. Thank you very much for valuable presentation. Okay, very good. Thank you very much once again. Over to TRD. Madam, anybody is there? Okay, then I will close it. If there is a question, I will interact with you people. Otherwise, I will close it. Okay, thank you very much.
Third.
এন্ড করে দিয়েছেন।
এই লোকটা এত বেশি বোঝে না।
নিজেই এন্ড করে দিয়েছে।
ফোন দিছে।
তোমাকে করছে।
আমাকে করছে।
বাচ্চাদের ঘরে তো অন্ধকার আছে।
বাচ্চাদের ঘরে অন্ধকার আছে মানে?
गीता मैडम से बोल रही थी। अब क्या बोल रही थी बेटा?
मैं बोल रही थी कि वो जो हम लोगों को बुक उस दिन लाया था ना,
বাচ্চাকে বেরিয়ে গেছে।
যে বইগুলো এনেছিলে
হ্যাঁ।
সেই বইগুলো আরো দুটো করে সেট আনো, সবকটা বই, সবকটা বই দুটো করে সেট আনো। আর দেখো ওইখানে কালকে আহমেদাবাদ থেকে বোধহয় কালকে পরশু কিছু বই এসছে রিটার্ন, সেখানে আমাদের এই বইগুলো রিটার্ন হয়েছে, এইগুলো দুটো নিয়ে আসবো। হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে, বুঝলে? এইটা 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 দুটো নিয়ে আসবো। আর এই বড় বই যেটা আছে জিএসটি বড় বইটা, ওটাও দুটো আনবে।
Meeting. We had a network connection. We were trying to speak to you and you ended the call. It's okay, sir. The participation was good. Okay. কতগুলো পার্টিসিপেশন ছিল বলে জানি?
200 near about 200.
Round about 250. Yes.